and investments you can make. Talking about your home, but how do you go from down payments to closing costs without losing your mind? Well, we've got someone here to help you out with that. I'm happy to welcome to the Morning Blend, Libby Knight. She is here. She is branch manager and vice president of Capital Bank. Good morning. So great to have you on the show.
Hi, Stephanie. Thank you.
So I was kind of speaking from experience there. I was telling you the story of when I bought my house. You get to the point where you kind of lose your mind. There's a lot to go into it. So
Yes.
I think it's important as you begin the process to know, first of all, to trust who you're dealing with when it comes to the bank so that you are working with an expert, with somebody who can help guide you along the way, right?
Yes, definitely.
Makes the process so much easier. So if you've never bought a home before, what is the first thing that we need to keep in mind to get started?
The best thing to start with would be to determine how much money you have for your down payment and for your closing costs. Secondly, I'd say to gather your financial documentation, so pay stubs, tax returns, and bank statements.
So staying organized, and this is where I'm always thankful for my husband, because the organized one is certainly him. He's got all of his ducks in a row when it comes to that. It would take me, I don't know, like a month to get that to you, but he would pull it out for you in 5 minutes. So certainly staying organized. And then you mentioned pre-approval. Is that something, you know, before we even start looking at a home, is it a good idea to get pre-approved first?
Yes, it's a great idea to get pre-qualified, so then you know what you can afford, and you can get with a realtor that can start to show you properties in your price range.
Well, and I think there's also some realtors out there who won't even start showing houses until they've seen that pre-approval letter, from what I've learned as well. When it comes to the down payment, how do you calculate that? How much money, how do you find out how much money you're actually going to need?
Sure. Well, you would talk with a mortgage professional, and they would go over several different options. We have several different mortgage plans, some with very low cost down payments, including if you are an honorably discharged veteran, then there are 100% financing options for you. Yep. And then you would get with your mortgage professional, like I said, and they would go over that with you.
So learn the programs as well. Now, I know a lot of people here, we've got beautiful waterfront locations, a lot of lots for sale. So what about building a home? Is it the same process, or is there something?
Sure, a little bit different. You would, whether you already own your lot or not, you would find that, and then you would get with a general contractor, a builder, to discuss the plans of the home. And then you also would get with your mortgage professional again, along with the general contractor, to determine the best program for you.
Okay, so some good options out there. If you are, you know, comfortable where you're at and maybe staying in your home, not quite looking to move yet or build a house, you do also have options to refinance too, which can be pretty helpful.
Yes, definitely. Refinancing can allow you to lower your monthly payment and reduce your interest rate, along with you could consolidate some of your other high cost interest debts, such as home equity lines of credit, personal loans. You also could take advantage of the equity in your home to do some home improvements.
I was just going to say that. Yeah, if there's a project you've been kind of working on, but maybe you're a little short on cash, that's a great way to kind of use that equity.
Yes, yes it is.
So what do people need to know if they're listening right now and maybe that's what they want to do and they think refinancing, that's for me? What should they do, especially if they want to work with Capital Bank?
They also get with a mortgage professional. So it's like the same thing as the pre-qualification. You would come to talk with them, and they would determine and help you figure out kind of what your home is worth and how much equity is available to you.
I always feel like too, it's best to just, you know, sometimes it's easier. Everybody, we're so connected through emails and the internet these days, but to just go in, sit down, talk to somebody in person, learn a little bit about them. You know, you can kind of communicate, I think, better that way. And everybody's story is a little bit different. So just because, you know, it might be the same for this person doesn't necessarily mean it's exact same for you.
Correct.
So is your website a good place to send people if they want to learn more information?
It is. Yep.
Okay, and that's capitalbank-us.com.
Yes.
And do they need to set an appointment, or is just
there's a link on the website where actually you can fill in information so that you can have that directly go to our mortgage professional, who can get you pre-qualified and then contact you to have you start bringing in all of that information that you were talking about your husband has available.
Oh yes, yes. Thankful for that. And then again, their website, capitalbank-us.com. Check them out, and we'll be sure to post all of this information. If you have questions for Libby, or you want to maybe learn more about what we talked about, head online to our website, because we're also going to have it there at Foxville Morning Blend. Thank you so much. So great to have you on. You made it so easy for us. From finances to fitness.